Hey guys, this is the Fox Project here, and we are back with our C++ tutorial episode 4, I believe. Yeah. Alright, so in this episode, we're going to be talking about variables. Yeah, so what are variables? Variables, if you guys remember, if you guys ever took math class, or if you haven't yet, that's okay. Variables are undefined, I don't want to say pieces of data that equal something else. So like int, we can do bool, int, float, double. We could do just a bunch of these variables. Yeah, so we're not going to go through all of them, but for today's video, we're just going to be talking about integers. Integers, again, if you guys know from math class, integers are whole numbers. So int, let's do int Jesnia equals, for now let's just do int Jesnia equals 5, okay? Now, instead of having to do that, we can just type in Jesnia here, and it should print out 5. If it works. Again, it might not work. Okay, see? 5. Now you might be thinking, well, we only have int Jesnia equals 5, so that means... Oh, so it's mind reading. No, alright? We have not gotten to that point in technology yet. At least as of July 4th, 2015. Oh yeah, and happy 4th of July, everyone. Yeah, I don't care. But it's easier than having to type in, alright, 5. I mean, I don't think it's actually much easier. But let's just say you had like a really long number or something. You don't want to have to do all of that. You could just type in Jesnia, because Jesnia is declared and it equals 5. However, we can't make it equal to, like, let's say test, because it will give you an error. For me, it says error, a value type character cannot be initialized with an int. Alright, yes. Basically what that means is this. When you have quotation marks, that means it's a string. Integer, we're defining it as an integer. However, if we typed in string Jesnia, it would work. It's just that this wouldn't work. We'll get to that in the next episode, but we're going to get into strings and other types of variables. This is just our first look at variables. Alright, so here we're just going to type in 5. So it printed out 5 because we called Jesnia from here. And since Jesnia is equal to 5 and it's an integer, it's going to print out number 5. We can also do a float. A float is kind of like, it's an integer, but it has a decimal point at the end. See, it still prints out 5, but we could do 5.3, and it should print out 5.3. Yeah, right there. See? So it printed out 5.3. And let me just see if this will work. I don't think this is gonna work, but let's just try. If this works, that'll be pretty cool. Okay, it works. Yeah, that's cool. I just changed the color. If you really want to know how you can do that, just go to command prompt, type in color, just look for all the colors, so like color 4, color 4, color 6, color 6, color 9. Yeah, I'm not going to do a tutorial on that, but I'm just going to have color A, or we could just have color F. I'll just go with color F. So, and here we have Jesnia. Now, what most programmers actually do is they don't have it set to anything by default. Most developers for like games and stuff will just have a float Jesnia. I don't know any programmer that names something Jesnia. That's kind of odd, but you know, you might be one of those odd people. And in Jesnia, and later what they do is they do this. Jesnia equals, let's say, 40 times 3, or something like that. It'll still give out 40 times 3, so 120. See? 120 right there. But right now, Jesnia is equal to nothing. But once it goes to this line, it notices that Jeshnia equals 40 times 3. And then it'll print out the final product, which is 40 times 30. No, 40 times 3. So that's how integers work, I guess. You can also do math. What's it called? So we can do Jeshnia equals... Well, let's make another couple of ints. Int Jeshnia, that'll be the result. So, again, we can add comments like the resulting data. Int x, int y. So we created two variables called int x and int y. We can have one of, let's say x equal to 5, and y will be equal to 4, okay? Now, int Jeshnia could equal y or x plus x times y. So that'll be 20. See right here it says 20? Now, here we could do plus, oops. So it'll be 9. We can do divide it, so it'd be 1. Let me think. There's other things you can do. I know that. I know there's this thing. I keep forgetting what it's called. It's like a remainder or something. Modules. That's what it is. A module. That's Python and Lua. I think that's in C++ too. I think that's called a module. Right now, I don't know much about modules. I think it just gets the remainder of something. I remember hearing that in one video, but right now I don't know really much about modules, so I'm sorry I can't really talk about that. We can subtraction. We can obviously do that. So 5 minus 4. Let's just change this to 12. I'm tired of getting 1. There we go. 8. Now, will anything change if I do the module? 0. Okay, at least something changes. But, oh, yeah, it is the remainder. It is the remainder. So, like, 12 divided by 5, it should give, like, 2 or something. Yeah, alright, yeah, it's remainder. Modulus is the percent sign, and it's, like, the remainder of whatever. It can be useful if you want to, like, let's say, delete data. Like, unimportant data. I can't really explain it right now, because that'll be much longer. But, yeah, that's really all math operators and variables. In the next episode, we're going to go over strings, booleans, floats, doubles, and all that fun stuff. So I'll see you guys in the next episode.